My Father's Worldwide presents Hell, Fire, and Brimstone. Does it exist? If so, where is it? How about the lake of fire? Does it exist? The lake of fire and brimstone. Where is that? If it's real. If it is real. Probably 2 months ago, I started wondering, when will we start to see the lake of fire? Because I believe we're in the last days, not only the last days, but the latter part of the last days. And if I'm right, where is the lake of fire? When will it ever show up? Not that I'm in any rush to see it. Someone on my platform along about that same time made the comment, and I quote, "I believe in God, but I don't believe in hell," end quote. Okay, I'm very glad he believes in God. That's, I guess, the most important thing, that you believe in God and that you strive to obey Him. But in all that I know about this world and about physics, as far as that's concerned, physics, there is a negative for every positive, a positive for every negative. God, of course, being the positive, Satan being the negative. So if there is a hell, where is it? Our parents said it's down there, down in the ground. Said God's up in heaven, the devil is down in hell, down below the ground. Is there any proof or even indication of this? Yes. Yes, there is. Do you think our Father left us without showing us proof of hellfire and brimstone and where it is? Well, no, He didn't. Why do we have volcanoes? Other than what we think we know about volcanoes, we know the science, what we were taught in school, and what scientists say. It's a natural phenomenon. But you see, that's what we call things, where we don't know what they are, and we don't know what they're for. It's a phenomenon. Okay, I accept that. I'm losing my voice. I'm sorry. I tried putting honey in my lemon water today, but it just turned into gel and went to the bottom. So I'll do my best. Thought the honey might smooth out my voice a little bit. But so it's a natural phenomenon. Maybe that's all we got. It's a natural phenomenon. But why do we have these phenomenal events? Why do we have them? Well, I have to admit I've never seen hellfire and brimstone. Or have I? I've never seen the lake of fire. Or have I? Have I? Maybe. Maybe. So if I'm right, and we are in the latter part of the latter days, where is hellfire? And the lake of fire and brimstone. Where is it? When will it show up? And where? Now, I could be wrong about the timeline. I don't claim to be a prophet of God, as you know. If I were a prophet, I would know. And I would know for sure, and I would know all of it, and I'd be absolutely right about it, and right about everything, every time. Because the prophet of God gets his revelation from God himself and gives it to the prophet. That's why I know I'm not a prophet. The book of Revelation, last book in the New Testament, last book in the Bible, Revelation 21, verse 8, King James Version. Revelation 21, verse 8, but the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable and the murderers and the whoremongers and the sorcerers and idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burns with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. So if you find your way into the lake of fire and brimstone, you won't come back from it, ever. First of all, what does an erupting volcano look like? We've all heard of the phrase, all hell broke loose, or all hell broke loose, or will break loose. Could volcanoes be a warning of hell fire down below? Molten rock, molten stone called magma, comes from some 6 miles underground. Molten stone. What is molten stone? Brimstone. Brimstone. What is it if it's not brimstone? Hell, fire, and brimstone. 6 miles below our feet. We thought we didn't know where hell was, but we've been walking 6 miles above it all our life. Molten stone, brimstone. What is brimstone if it's not molten stone? 2,000 degrees once it's on the surface of the ground. Molten stone. We call it lava once it's on the surface. Lava, as I said, is some 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit, some 1,094 degrees centigrade on the ground. Now here's a diagram of a volcano. It originates, falling apart here, originates here. The reservoir, I'll call it, of the brimstone, which is, I guess I could say H-E-L-L. That's where the brimstone's coming from. Hell. 6 miles underground. Becomes magma. This is the magma chamber. It is still in the ground. It's called magma, but it's molten stone, brimstone. Here's the vent when it comes out into the air, sometimes 1,000 or more feet up into the air. Here comes the lava, which I will call brimstone, the lake of fire. The lake of fire coming down on each side. The pressure down here pushes the ground up. That's what this is. Ground pushes it up into a peak, and then it explodes into what we call an eruption, a volcano eruption. That phenomenal event. I want to look at some volcanoes here. I want you to see exactly what I've been talking about. Wrong remote. I can't show you anything with that. But here
when you shop more, you earn more
is not what I wanted. We'll skip that. Here is the volcano, the one that erupted this summer, last month in Iceland. Here we see the Lake of Fire. I said I'd never seen the Lake of Fire. Oh no, I guess I have. Here it comes. Here's the Lake of Fire flowing. Here's the pit of hellfire. We see the brimstone boiling. Here comes another lake of fire. These will all come together and form a large lake once they're off the peak. Look at this. Look at this. Hellfire, the pit of fire, and the lake of fire forming, coming down the peak. Just watch this a little bit. What is that if it's not hellfire? It's just above the reservoir. It's above the bottom pits of hell. Look at that. It's hell. That's hellfire. That's the lake of fire. What else could that be? It's the upper pit of hell. It comes from the bottom pits of hell, which, I don't know, it may go all the way to the core of the earth. I don't know. We believe it's 5,000 degrees at the core. We don't know. We can't get there. We've never got more than 250 2.5 miles. We've never gotten further down than 2.5 miles. But hell itself, the top chamber of hell, is 5 miles below our feet. We walk across it, above it, 5 miles above it every day. That is hellfire on earth. If that's not hellfire, you tell me what it is. Hellfire and brimstone. Here comes the lake of fire. Just part of it. Let's watch this a little bit. See it coming over the bank. This is all lava in here. There's another one coming down. But watch as we go further over. This is a drone filming this lake of fire. I said I've never seen hell, but I'm looking at it right now. I said I've never seen the lake of fire, but I'm looking at it right now. The lake of fire. Hellfire and brimstone. I'm looking at it. Currently, at this very moment, there are 46 ongoing volcano eruptions. Right now, 46 around this world. 46 of these things happening right now. Over the past 30 years, there have generally been about 40 to 50 eruptions happening at any given time. In 2024, 44 volcanoes were in continuing eruption status. Why do we have volcanoes? I believe they are a continual reminder that hellfire and the lake of fire and brimstone are real and exactly what it will be like. A very ominous, scary vivid warning. Hellfire, the lake of fire. We've all seen it. We've all seen it more than once. It's nothing new. But can you take the warning? Is this enough warning for you? Is this enough warning? Revelation, still in the last book of the New Testament, Revelation 20, verse 10. Revelation 20:10. And the devil, Revelation 20:10, and the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone. The lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and forever. And let me say right here, I don't believe human beings will be tormented forever. I think that's why God made us human first, so that if we're incorrigible, we can die and die forever. We don't have to be tormented forever. We won't burn forever. Now, our pay for sin is death. Death forever. If we don't repent. If we're incorrigible. The evil spirits will be burned and tormented forever and forever, but no human being will be. Proverbs 15:24. Proverbs, Old Testament, right after Psalms and Job. Proverbs 15:24. Give you a second to find that while I treat my throat some more. Proverbs 15:24. The way of life is above the wise, that he may depart from hell beneath. So that we may depart from hell beneath. The Bible tells us where it is. Our parents told us where it is. And now we see where it is. I hope that's enough warning for us. We don't want to end up in that. We don't want to end up in that. We don't want to end up in that lake. Now we know what brimstone is. We now know what brimstone is. And we don't ever want to feel it. Because we won't ever come back from that. Never. Never. There's no rebirth from the lake of fire. It will be over with forever. Please follow me. It helps the channel. We need to get these messages out to the entire world. So please follow me and share. Share these messages, and in so doing, you are preaching what I'm preaching. You are teaching what I'm teaching if you just share. Please subscribe and give it a thumbs up and everything you can do to help me get this hopefully life-changing, life-saving information to the world. That's our job right now. That's our job, because the end's coming. I may be wrong about when, but it's coming. We know one thing. We don't want to go there. We don't want to end up there. Until next time, goodbye.